After numerous phone calls, plethora, I just said plethora, a plethora of Facebook comments, Lydia has been asked not to come back to the 8. And chances are you probably aren't watching the 8 this week. You're probably busy tuning into live streams of the NCAA tournament, which started this week. Megan, who do you have winning it all?
I'm going to say the Cleveland Browns, and I'm also a disappointment to my entire family.
And Cassie.
North Carolina.
See, one of the two of them got it right, and 2 times 4 is 8. This is the 8. All right, that was cheesy. Welcome back. These two thought it was funny, so, maybe you left at home. In all seriousness, we want to thank Lydia for her great performance last week, but we do apologize for the swearing at the end if that offended anybody. It was Megan's idea. Speaking of Megan's idea, let's kick this off with Frantastic. Megan.
Yay, fantastic. It's St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish at all.
There it is.
Woo.
Is that backwards? Is that better?
That's fine, yeah.
That's my gangster P symbol. Fee for Powills.
Anyway, you know what's cool about today?
We got a mod back there laughing. Funny. You can't see our camera guy, but he's laughing.
He's cracking up.
For Powills.
St. Patrick's Day is today. You can eat corned beef and not go straight to hell today, which is great.
False. Because the two of you already made fun of me this month. I am now on day 18. Is today the 18th? 8, 19?
17. Same
Whatever.
Patrick's Day.
I'm hangry. I am still vegan. I'm sure you'll read some angry column from me next month on this. So everybody else can eat corned beef.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Yep, so no sinners here. Anyway, that reminds me, and St. Patrick's Day is this great video that went viral 11 years ago, and I thought today would be the perfect time to bring it back. If you remember, back in Alabama, there was a leprechaun sighting, and so the news station caught on to the news as it was unraveling. They drove over to where the scene was, and when they showed up, there was a crowd pointing up in a tree saying that they saw a leprechaun. And that's entire crazy scenario played out, and then we ended up with this really weird sketch drawing that seems very accurate and detailed, which is what we're going to show you right now.
Wait, don't play yet. Question for you, Megan.
Yeah.
Where the gold at?
Where it is, I don't know. Maybe these folks have the answer.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like.
Now that was amazing. It is almost as good as the Montgomery mini mall. Have you seen that one?
I have not.
It's just like a mini mall. Hey, living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes. Oh yeah, you can find it. There's a video out there. That one came out at the same time. You know what I'm talking about.
Great. Well, I just learned something.
That was fantastic.
That was really nice.
Hey, speaking of leprechauns, Megan, this is what a lot of our franchise brands are somewhat chasing. So those of you that think you're going to find the unicorn, we'll start calling that a leprechaun. If you watch that video closely, I think maybe if you draw a picture of this leprechaun you're chasing, maybe you got a good shot at catching him.
Or maybe you're just high if you're seeing leprechauns in a tree.
That's fair too. Moving on, we have the Fran Leberty. Fran Leberty.
This week it's Catherine Monson, the CEO of Fast Signs. She's the latest lady to be featured on our Women Leaders in Franchising series. She shared her incredible story with us about how she grew up as a teenager, knowing very quickly in her life that she wanted to be the leader of a company, and with that she went out and achieved it clearly she's leading this fantastic company now that has only grown since she's been at the helm. She shared some really great advice with us on sort of her keys to success, which I will share with you right now. Make sure you have a positive mental attitude, exhibit goal-directed behavior, be self-motivated, understand the importance of perseverance, and most importantly, never stop learning.
I just hand signed that in the background for you, Megan, too.
Good. That's really great.
Hey, the other cool thing about the Catherine Monson story is it is starting to trend on 1851. So you, as a reader, if you've made it this far into our video and haven't switched over to NCAA tournament games, you, as a reader, can look down or somewhere on the main site into our trending section. And the Jennifer Saxton story has been trending most recently, but Catherine Monson's story is making a run for its money. So stay tuned to see if Catherine takes over as our trending story of the week.
She's going viral.
Going viral. Anything else with that one?
Nope, that's it.
All right, next.
Fresh money.
Fresh money.
Fresh money. Calling out McAllister's Deli this week.
McAllister's!
Oh, God.
You just said calling them out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary. So they were recently named in Entrepreneur Magazine's 500 Franchise 500 ranking, number 23 this year, and that puts them up 123 spots from last year. Pretty incredible. We recently launched them on 1851 as well, so visit mcallistersdeli.1851franchise.com to learn more about this exciting brand and what they have in store.
Do you want to apologize to them? Because you just got bleeped.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, moving on. What's next?
Frant!
What's a frant? It just says Frant. Frant.
It's
Frant.
just Frant.
Hey, Frant. Frant, you're up.
Frant.
Go ahead, Frant.
Okay.
Frant.
This.
I think that's the noise a leprechaun makes. Frant. What noise? What noise do you think a leprechaun makes?
I'm not gonna do that. Not this time.
She said that it sounds. Can you show us?
I can show you. Okay, a leprechaun sounds like somebody who probably has like 50 packs of cigarettes a day.
Which is?
I don't know anyone who has 50
Nope.
packs of
No.
cigarettes a day.
While we were on break, go ahead.
This is my best cigarette smoking voice. Can I borrow your lighter, sweetheart?
Please tell me that was the Frant of the week.
I mean, it can be. Or I can call out your wonderful Colin that went up this week.
Back again!
So.
Wait, when I did that, how many chins did I create? Because I went back again. How many do I got there?
One.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yep.
All right.
So,
Friend of the week. It's me.
mean, I feel like, yeah, you can speak to your column a little bit, but...
What did I write about this week?
It's about the danger that comes in over-promising things to clients, to anyone, really.
Anyone.
So, pointed out one example, the folks that are saying, hey, with this one pill, you can lose like 50 pounds. Like, clearly that's not true. And so then people buy this pill and they're like, I'm not shedding anything, and then they're disappointed, frustrated, and it just leads to a lot of bad stuff. So rather than doing that, why not be more realistic, right? And tell people, if you take this pill, you'll lose 10 pounds, and then they go ahead and lose 20, and then suddenly their mind is blown because you're a little more realistic and didn't set them up for something that wasn't achievable.
You know what? My mind is blown purely by that example. Thanks, Megan.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good Frant of the week. I guess that's it for you.
That's it. See you guys
Hey, listen,
later.
guys.
Bye.
I promise every week we get more viewers, and when you guys watch these things, we get more money. And with more money, we're going to buy more microphones. We are close to figuring this out. Cassie,
Yay.
what's next?
Branch forward.
Branch forward. Formers in disguise.
Okay. One brand that is branching forward this year is Toppers. They're planning to sign 10 deals in 2017, and they're really targeting multi-unit franchisees. And one of those openings is already underway. It's actually happening tomorrow on the 18th in Charlotte. So they're kicking off the year strong there, and it should be pretty exciting to see them be able to continue expanding through these huge multi-unit deals.
Two cool things happening with Toppers that those franchisors that are looking to create these pockets of growth should watch. Watch what happens in North Carolina, watch what happens in Colorado. Both areas, they're putting a lot of resources towards getting units open this year, which in turn, if you open up a bunch of units in the same market, it should actually drive higher average unit volume because the stores will be able to push more and greater marketing over a wider spread territory. So the brand is doing some neat things. Watch how the brand behaves in each of those markets. We'll be covering it on their brand page and on Main Site Stories as the year goes on. But way to go, Toppers. Seems like you're focusing on growing the right way. And I would assume that's going to reap benefits for your franchisees. We have my favorite. Franch Funny. Franch Funny.
Yeah.
Franch Honey. Franch Honey. Franch dressing. Franch dresser. Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, so
I think those are all pretty funny. But I don't think anybody could hear you because the microphone's over there. Maybe they can catch it through here.
it should be able to pick it up.
Yeah, great.
All right, so in honor of March Madness, that's our theme for today's joke. So how many Notre Dame basketball players does it take to screw in a light bulb?
None?
1 to hold it in place while the world revolves around him. Wow. Go Marquette.
Do you know where Marquette is? You can't. Wait, they can't hear you.
Wisconsin.
That is incorrect. It's in Cleveland. All right. And now the Transpiration misquote.
This week it's actually another non-misquote, but it just seemed to fit the 8 so well that I couldn't pass it up.
Transpiration.
First, for inspiration. This one is from Roald Dahl. A little nonsense now and then is cherished by the wisest man.
You hear that, Philippe? We're having fun. Wise men love it. And being serious at the same time. It's another shout out for our buddy Philippe Schramm, who is viewer 1. He was the first one to watch this one. There you go, Philippe. All right, and frenemies versus Frans. This one is definitely a frenemy.
No, they're Frans.
Who is it?
SMB.
Frenemy.
Sorry, Steve, I tried. So with this week's Frand, there's an article that just went up on their 1851 page that talks about top 5 things to know when franchising your business. And it's a really cool perspective from the folks at SMB that kind of highlight what emerging or potentially emerging franchisors should keep in mind as they break into the industry. Things like making sure that your system really can be replicated, using a consultant, building your business beyond your FDD, and being prepared for the costs that are going to come with that financially, as well as attracting top quality candidates. It's some really good key points to keep in mind for people that are maybe considering taking their concept to the next level and expanding through franchising.
It's awesome. Great feedback. So in closing, it's closing time, right? It
is closing time.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a dance-off. We're each going to do our best impression of how a leprechaun would dance. Megan, we'll start with you. Do not give her the mic. It's only dance moves. Go. That's pretty solid. Cassie, go.
I used to Irish dance. You can't use your arms. That's the rule.
So what does it?
I'm not going to get up in Irish dance.
Oh. We'll just look.
Wow,
There.
yeah, you can see that.
And guess what, guys? I'm not participating in this. I got both of them to do it. This is the 8.